Okay, so where did we pick off? Yeah, you're talking about Africa and like your Cape. Okay, so
I think Cape Verde is like another place that I want to go back to. Dubai just made me realize how poor I am in real world.
what does that mean to you? Like,
Meaning like the wealth and abundance in other countries is crazy. I'm
how
like,
so?
man, what? You have vending machines with gold bars?
Wait, what?
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wow.
Like what?
I
Wow.
mean, and I know they have like other countries with vending machines where you literally can like get anything. You don't even have to go to Amazon. You can literally just get it from a vending
Yeah,
machine.
but think about it. Like when I went to Germany,
Mhm.
every car taxi was a Benz. Makes sense because that's where they're manufactured.
Fair.
But in Dubai, everything was a Mercedes.
Wow.
Like an E-Class was my taxi. E-Class was my Uber. I was like, oh, cool, a 50, $60,000 car as my taxi.
Hmm.
Step your money up.
So it's like not even just like that Uber premium. That's just the Uber period.
That's just the Uber period.
Wow.
Like I don't know, Uber premium would be a Rolls Royce. I don't
Right.
fucking know. It's just like the wealth was crazy.
That's nuts.
It's like it just made me like, damn, I need to do more.
Yeah.
And even when I do more, it still won't be compared
It's
to oil.
still
It's
not
like
even.
what?
Wow.
That's ground money.
Yeah.
You can't quantify ground money.
Fair.
But shout
People
out to
try.
them.
Yeah. Work work in progress. So
Swipe up now to subscribe.
yeah, there you go. I would say as far as like when you do your craft, like walk me through a day of like a production for you to be able to create a video for, your favorite artist, Fabulous.
Okay. Well, for Fab it's a little different. Like he'll
Okay,
have a
fair.
well, I mean, Fab he'll have a song. I mean, if you want to know how the process is as a music video director,
We'll walk it too.
okay. So what it is with a music video director, once you're in the label system,
Mhm.
once you're identified as an up and coming director, um, and that you have obviously a reel, which is demo reel that shows off all your work of what you're capable of.
Mhm.
Then you get solicited by a commissioner, a
Mhm.
video commissioner. There's one at each label. Um, they're pretty much like the person that would identify who I would want to submit an idea for this record. So
Mhm.
they work closely with the product manager and also the artist just to identify who would be the best fit for this thing. It's kind of a skewed scenario because it's like even if you do have a relationship with a certain artist, you could just bypass all that shit
Mm.
if you have a relationship. But if you're an up and coming director and you want to do this shit, it is everybody wants to do this shit.
Mhm.
So it's like unless you know somebody or like you could have the best idea in the world and you're gonna get chopped by somebody that has a relationship. And that
Right.
I've seen it time and time again.
Right.
But I was so back to what I was saying. So I'll get a song for a song that's unreleased that's about to be a single.
Mhm.
I come up with a treatment, which is like kind of like a pitch deck. It's like what I think that I could do for this song. And the thing is, you got to be cognizant is every idea costs money,
Right.
no matter what. Even if you write riding around in blah 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 Lambo, okay, cool, Lambo, band,
Mhm.
Lambo, relationship, Lambo, something. Whatever you think of costs, think dollar amount.
Mhm.
Now you got to make sure that your idea can be executed within that budget.
Mhm.
It's like grocery shopping.
Right.
Like you might like, oh man, I want to buy everything. Fuck no. You have a budget. You could only get carrots, bread, butter, a chicken.
Fair.
You can't have a Thanksgiving meal every single time you do this shit.
Mhm.
And then from there, you submit your concept, and 99.9% of the time, you will never know if you got it until the video's out. Unless like, you get an email after a week or two later saying, um, you have been awarded this video. And then they go out in the production status of it. And you get a producer. They actually flush out how much your idea is going to cost,
Mhm.
submit the bid, get a contract over, and then off to the races.
Wow.
But I mean, this game is not easy. Only the strong survive.
I hear you. And so like, obviously with that alone, like how do you overcome those like struggles, or better yet, what do you think enabled you to overcome those struggles?
Um, a lot of it's relationships, like, because I used to write concepts all the time, and I'm like, what the fuck? How is my sweet ass idea not coming across?
Mm-hmm.
Or when I see a video that I got passed on, I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
So I'm just like, what the fuck? So I think how we bypass all that shit, I know my worth. I'm like, bro, here's my work. If you want to work with me, that's it. And if you want to work with me, it has to be a single bid.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes when I ask the commissioner, I was like, how many people are writing on this? Oh, we got about 10 or 20 directors. I was like, no, unless there's there was even a one scenario like I did a whole bunch of stuff with Wiz Khalifa and I really liked the record. I asked the commissioner, which is my boy Kareem Johnson. He's like, honestly, G, I wouldn't even write on it. There's 50 other people submitting for it.
What?
No, I mean like it's treacherous,
Wow.
but not scaring anybody away from it, but
The
like you
reality.
have to just be aware. It's like when everyone was like rushing to um NFTs. That
Mm.
was like the hot thing of like last year. Oh man, NFTs, digital art, digital art, digital art. Everyone fucking gold rushed to that shit, but nobody knew what the fuck was going on.
Right.
Like with music videos, it's everybody wants to be a music video director, but everyone can't be.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a systematic way to do it, and it's like I figured out with all my trials and tribulations, which is why I'm selling a class. It's going to be launching sometime top of next year.
Solid.
Um, because I can teach you how to do this
Awesome.
because I've done it and
Absolutely.
I've reached the places where everyone's like, "Oh, how'd you do that? How'd you do that?" I'm like, "No, bro. Like, I literally made all the mistakes. You
Mm-hmm.
can't even YouTube the shit I know.
Right.
You could YouTube how to make a music video, but you have no idea how to work with artists,
Yeah.
get an artist of fucking like. I found out last week. I got Rolling Stones said Ski was the number one record of the year.
Hmm.
I directed that video.
Yeah.
Like I'm Big Dog Wolf.
Yeah.
Like like not on some
Represent,
flex
but
shit. It's on some like I put in a lot of time to get here.
right.
But
No, I love that. And it just shows you your grit. Obviously, like you said, anybody can become a director and people could get noticed, but you can't be able to pass on your experience. It like is just a one-stop shop.
hmm
It's like that's what makes you you is because you've been through what you've been through. And that's what everybody, I'm believing, needs to remind themselves that, yeah, anybody can be this or that, but what you get to bring to the table is what makes you unique.
yeah.
And in your case, yeah, the experience and the life that you've lived thus far, which
Yeah.
has been quite awesome to
And I
see.
have the social proof.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a lot of people that are like, "Oh, you want to learn how to do this?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like,
Mm-hmm.
you want to learn it from me? I'm doing it with the artists that are doing it right now.
Right.
You could go jump in your car and hear the songs that I have touched.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Exactly.
no flex,
Mm-hmm.
facts.
Facts, exactly. So I'm just amazed and looking forward to what minds you get to, impart on as far as, bringing up the new generation. Because, speaking of new generation, you did touch on that you're a father, how
Mhm.
has that changed your life now that you have that,
I think
or him,
I
sorry.
think having my son was the best thing I ever made.
Mm,
That's like if I could be like a full-time dad just catering to him, that like that's it. Like fuck everything else. Fuck the
right.
celebrities, fuck all that. And it's like I just love being a dad.
Hmm.
Like that's the most gratifying thing ever.
That's
And
awesome.
everything I do is for him because it's like he didn't have to be here. I
Right.
I made him to be here, you
Yeah.
know? So you might as well have a good ass time being here.
What have you being a father at your stage, what have you learned about yourself being able to teach to your son at this point?
Um, I think after having a kid, you realize you're no longer living for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you become the physical form of selflessness because
Mm.
it's like, fuck if I eat, I got to make sure my son's always good,
Mm-hmm.
regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
it's like he's defenseless. It's like me being a good father, you have to always be a provider.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to all the real dads out there.
That's what's up. I love that. Do you believe that your lifestyle that you have enjoyed, would you want that for your son, or are you gonna allow your son to, explore the other options.
I think my son, just like how my parents allowed me to do whatever the fuck I wanted,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm like everyone's different, so everyone's
Hmm.
creativity is somewhere else. So
Yeah.
that was crazy.
Mm. We can
No,
keep that.
no, but with my son, it's like I will just let him explore everything because
Mhm.
it's like even when I was a kid, it's like my parents said, whatever you do, just be successful at it.
Right.
You know, fucking dabbled around with music, fucking rap,
Right.
fucking DJ'd,
Sure.
fucking all the shit, dancer, whatever the fuck it is. It's like I
Do it and
just
do it well.
yeah, because it's like I can do a lot of things, but it's like I chose to do one thing, and that was focus on the thing that was gonna get me the best outcome.
Hmm.
It's like because I manifested, I was like, yo, if I'm this good, I could be that much greater.
Right.
But
I hear you on that. Well, we're just going to take a quick break and have a word from our sponsor. Thank you again for listening to Heart on Fire podcast, or if you're viewing, we appreciate you all. And if you would like or subscribe or follow wherever you are tuning in, feel free to. And feel free to follow us on our Instagram page at heartonfire.podcast. And of course, we always want to empower you and say you are enough. And now let's continue on with the show. I love that. So I really appreciate that you put your family first more than anything, and that's really telling of your
Mama, I
story.
made it.
Look, Ma.
Look, Mama, I made it. I told you. Yeah, and I mean, fucking Revolt TV had an hour-long episode on me like a couple years ago. It's like what other social proof? Like my mom was like, yo, actually,
Right.
I don't even want to say this shit.
No worries.
I was like, what? She's like, yeah, you make that much? Like, you told me to be rich. The
Right.
fuck? Like,
Like
whatever.
you're rolling with the words that you're advising me to, and then now you're actually
I
living
mean,
it
like, I
out.
just wanted to prove her fucking wrong. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because like, there was no real structure for this. It's like you couldn't go to school to be a music video director. I mean, you can because I looked it up, but
Hmm.
it was after the fact. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But there's still no clear cut path. I feel like everyone has their own path. You just have to decide to not give up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that's so good. And I would say, what what would you be able to impart as if you were to be able to advise a former version of yourself? What would you say to him?
Yeah, guys. Everything you do, you just got to do it with faith, perseverance, and walking in the path.
I like that. I like that.
No, you like really. It's like there was a parable that I learned from church like a couple weeks ago, where there's three guys. I think it was the guy that owned like a farm or like a king. He
Mhm.
gave each one of his workers a a bag of gold. It was like one guy had 3 bags of gold, the other guy had 2 bags of gold, and one guy had 1 bag of gold.
Or like talents. Yeah.
Or something like that nature. So a year later, the guy that gave everyone a bag of gold was like, "All right, first guy, what'd you get with the gold?" He's like, "Oh man, I took the 3 bags of gold, flipped it, and got 6 bags of gold." Other guy, 2 bags, 4 bag. The one guy,
Hmm.
it's like, "Hey man, I wanted to protect the money, so I just put the bag of gold in the ground. I buried it." And he got pissed. He's like, "Bro, so you didn't do anything with that?"
Mm.
It's the same thing with talent. You need to just bank on what you have and it's going to multiply.
Hmm.
That's how the fucking law of attraction works. If everyone has a fucking gift, and I believe that,
Hmm.
you have to just keep on multiplying your gift, multiplying your talent, multiplying whatever, because everyone has a unique skill.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like even with your podcast, you
Yeah.
wanted to do this, double down on that shit. Do not give up. Fucking keep doing it. Like I'm blessed to be on
Receive.
the 12th or 13th episode. I could
Appreciate that.
imagine 1,000 episodes. Like, oh yeah, Gerard's episode. You got to just scroll all the way down. Nah, like fuck that. Everyone has to start somewhere,
Absolutely.
and that's what people don't understand. No matter what the fuck you do, you have to just start somewhere,
Right.
and then not stop.
Relentless.
Relentless.
I
The
love it.
same thing with my fucking weight loss. Look at me. Ugh. Yeah, I was fat as fuck
How
and ate.
heavy were you?
Huh?
How heavy were you? What was your
Man, unattractive. I mean, I'm still handsome, but
your
like
personality's attractive
I
regardless.
get it.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like I was, whatever. But health is wealth. And, I think after having a son, I was like, yo, bro, I'm not going to live forever if I have the lifestyle that I had. So I
Hmm.
literally took that upon myself because it's like every every person that's old that lived to like
Over
uh,
100?
over 100. Like my grandma's like 93. She's not fat.
Mm,
Like so everyone that is fat, you've never seen a fat old person. They're done at 60.
mm,
Everyone that fucking dies is 60, maybe 65.
mhm,
So I'm like, bro, if I want to live forever, because the Bible says you could live to 120 years old,
mhm,
you literally can change your genetic makeup because of what you put in there. Same thing with your mind.
mm.
People just need to be more aware of the shit that they put in their bodies.
Absolutely.
Damn,
And
this went so
yeah.
spiritual so fast. That's
Seriously,
crazy.
it's so super crazy. No, but
Yeah.
like you said, what you put in your body, but also what you put in your mind is what's going to feed your soul. And so I really appreciate that you are mindfully like putting out there that like it's not even just what you consume by your mouth, but also what you consume by your brain.
Right.
It's like literally what's going to enact what you choose to do and what you're able to do with your life.
Yeah. I mean, your mind is literally soil. You
Mhm.
could either choose to put things that grow,
Mhm.
like vegetable garden, or you could put arsenic and kill your mind. It's just depends on what you decide to put the seed that you plant in your head.
I dig that.
So I mean, like I was just ridiculously like fed with nothing but positivity. That's why I'm like ridiculously like sometimes crazy at sometimes,
Mhm.
meaning that I'm just so positive that I'm like, fuck it, it's gonna work or
Well,
it's gonna fucking manifest. Like, why the fuck would I even allow something bad to get in my head?
right, exactly. And I like that you still push on against all odds. And when odds are especially stacked against you, you push even further.
Like blowing money fast because I feel like money's never gonna run out.
It shouldn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
it shouldn't. Yeah, but
Cut that out.
meanwhile, no, but like you pointed out about like your health being your wealth, what
Mhm.
have you managed to change for all the people that are like, "Oh man, like he used to be overweight and now he's like slimmed down." Like, how did he do it? Like what steps did you take?
Discipline. Like
Mm.
literally, like the how I lost weight was fucking. My friends was like, I'm gonna start this weight loss challenge 60 days. I'm like, man, I'm competitive. I was like, oh, how do I beat everybody? Oh, intermittent fasting. Oh, cool. Let me look at intermittent fasting. You literally could survive off of one meal a day, or you could actually survive multiple days without eating. What
Mhm.
I did, I gamified it. I downloaded the Zero app, not sponsored. But,
Mhm.
anyways, Zero app was a free app. I was like, you know what? I'm an extreme person.
Mhm.
I went from fucking, everyone's like, oh, 18.6. I was like, no, I did 123.
Mm.
123. I went from 245 when I first started the journey, got down to 215 in like a month.
Dang.
And then I was like, oh, I'm skinny fat. I'm skinny fat. So God blessed me with this fucking crazy trainer.
Mm.
Like that's how he works. He got me this trainer, plant-based gorilla sensei. I was like, yo, sensei, I just need to like, cause I lost all that weight without working out.
Right.
This boy lost this plant-based gorilla sensei. He was three he was 300 pounds, got down to 170 in 9 months.
Hmm.
I was like, bro, you could probably shake this fucking 15, 20 pounds off me. He did.
Dang.
All it was calisthenics. I
Ooh,
was still the see where I fuck up is
love
I
that.
still eat like shit. But I was like, but the calisthenics got me down to where I needed to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, he shook that weight off me in like a month and a half.
Shout out to
People were like
calisthenics.
tripping. Like my boy's like, yeah, you look sick. I'm like, yeah, I was sick of looking fat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I
No,
was
I
like,
hear you.
nah, hell nah. I'm enjoying my old photos
Yeah.
of myself
You
now.
you appreciate where you been, but you're definitely not where you used to
Oh
be
yeah.
and definitely trudging forward
Oh
to
yeah.
like where you can even optimally be.
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
I had a purpose.
Mhm. No, I love that. I love that purpose that you live for.
Damn, there's a lot of little tidbit gems in this fucking podcast. Jeez, oh
Absolutely.
Pete's, we could repurpose it and fucking TikTok it to death.
Yeah, no, real talk. Real talk TikTok.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, but yeah, I can't help but notice your hat make music videos great again. What do you take from that wearing a hat like that?
Actually, this is a prototype. We're actually in the process of making these because that's how I felt. I felt like music videos could be better
Mhm.
because I feel like because the bar of entry became so low,
Mhm.
I think content's content. But I'm like, no, there's still an artistry behind it. Like there's good composition, good coloring, good lighting, like correct editing. It's like you can't just I mean, that's what the culture is now where you just fucking show up, shoot a bunch of bullshit In
Mm,
my opinion, again, art is very subjective,
obviously.
but it's like even back in the day, music videos had to actually look good.
Mm-hmm.
But now people don't care. It's a free for all. That's why it's like I always felt like make music videos great again because
Bring
you
the
know
value back up.
bring the value back up because it's like it's almost like food. It's like uh, everyone is so used to fast food that like a home cooked meal will always beat something you can get
Bottom.
in five
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
But just the respect thing, and also how culture accepts it. It's the same thing that happened with big recording studios with artists. It's like everyone's just fucking recording now on their fucking laptops anywhere, which is fine.
Phones even. Yeah.
Which is fine, a good song is a good song. Same thing with the video. Like I'm not saying that you have to have the biggest best production, but it's like creativity is still an art form.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I definitely receive that. I would say what other than your own masterclass, what other projects do you have lined up in the near future?
I have a TV pilot trailer. I can't really talk about it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna
Whatever you
let you
can.
know that it's called Novocaine.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Washington wrote it, and this is I'm manifesting gonna be where I transition out of all this shit.
Mm.
Everyone's trying to get me out of music videos, and I feel like this is the vehicle to get to flex my craft on a longer form scale. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I dig that. I look forward to it. Any other last thoughts that you would have to impart on your audience, or even shout out to your little boy,
Um,
or even
Victor.
mom?
Oh, I mean, mom, dad, I love you. Anthony, thank you for letting me steal your camera. And Victor, I got us.
I love that. How can we follow you if we were to just track your future project?
You can go on Instagram, director Gerard Victor, GerardVictor, or go to gerardvictor.com, GerardVictor. People, for some reason, anytime they see Gerard, they say Gerald, or they ask me if it's Jerry. I'm like, no, that's why I
No.
have a G ring because that's who I am.
That's what's up, G. Well, once again, thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Heart on Fire podcast. Feel free to watch our updates on our Instagram at heartonfire.podcast, and we will see you all soon. Love you guys. Bye. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She done, son. She been done. She done did it.